right, sir. Whenever you're ready, you may begin.
Everyone in this room knows what a fish is, and many of you have tried to catch one with a fishing pole. You would have realized that if you don't know how to tie or prepare the line and cast it, it would be a very hard task to catch a fish. To go fishing, you must attach the hook and bobber to the line, put bait on the hook, cast your line into the water, and reel in when you have a fish. Fishing can be a fun experience if you know how to cast and get your line ready. The first step is putting the hook onto the line. Now, it would be hard to see if I used actual lines, so I'm going to use a bigger hook. So there are lots of ways to tie a hook, but this one stays pretty well. So if this was the line attached to the pole, you would put it through the loop and loop it back around this way, and then loop it through the middle, usually like 4 to 8 times, but since it would be hard to do that with this rope, I'm going to do just a few. And then you want to pull it tight, and after that you just pull it straight down to there, so it's attached. And if there's like a lot of line hanging out, like maybe more than a centimeter, you usually want to cut it off. So now that the hook is attached to the line, you want to attach the bobber. With the bobber, there's a hook on the bottom and the top. So the first thing you want to do is hold your thumb over the hook on the bottom and push the red part of the bobber button down, and that hook on the top will be sticking up. Then you want to after you put the line through that, you want to let go, and you usually have it like 1.5 to 2 feet above the hook. That will be like how far underwater it is. So if you're in a really shallow place, you usually want it to be less. So after you have the top attached, you hold your finger over the button on the top and push down so the hook on the bottom is sticking up, and then you wrap the line around that. So then it's sitting in place. After the bobber's in place, you usually want to put the bait on. Now, worms are probably the most common thing to use, but you can also use like minnows and insects. So you can find them pretty much anywhere. Just turn over a log and pick it up. But for a worm, you usually take the end of it and put it straight on the point of the hook, and loop it all the way through the middle. Now, if it's too long, you can just cut it or break it in half, and then you can use the other half another time. So you might end up with something like this. Now, also, minnows are usually used, or commonly used too, and the way you would put that on a hook is if you took the top, put it right where the mouth is, and this, pushed it in ways, and then looped it up to the top so it sticks through about where the fin would be, and then it would be about like that. So now that you have your line ready, you want to cast. Now to do that, you would first make sure that there's nobody behind you, because it's really painful to get a hook in your back. And also if there are any branches above you, that could be bad, because when you pull it up, it could get stuck in there. So this is kind of too long to do it indoors, but you would hold it and bring it back behind your head, and there's a button right here that you would hold down and cast it forward, and when it's about like at head length, or height, you let go of the button, and that makes the line go forward. So it would go out into the water. Now be sure, when you let go of the button, don't let go of the pole. After the line is in the water, you usually want to twist the reel once until you hear a click, which means that the line won't go out any farther. So the last step is catching the fish. Now with the bobber in the water, when like something bites at it, it will bounce up and down. If you get a ton of tiny little bounces on it and nothing ever happens, you usually want to reel in and check if you still have any bait on the hook, because a bunch of little fish could have just eaten all the bait off. But if the bobber like completely goes underwater and starts getting pulled away, that's when you start reeling in. And to do that, you just pull the reel or twist it. So after you catch the fish, you show it to everybody and say that you're the one who caught it yourself and did all the work. fishing can be a fun experience if you know how to get your line ready and cast. To fish, you have to put the bobber and hook on the line, put bait on the hook, and cast your pole and reel in when you get a fish. And fishing can be a fun experience, and it's especially fun with family or friends.
Thank you very much. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you, Jacob.